All right, so welcome here. We're going to do a bit of a core workout. So I've got a couple of pieces of equipment that I would suggest you have. If not, don't worry about it. We can do it without the resistance, but it is something that over time you're going to want to add in just as an extra point of reference and challenge. One of them is like one of these booty bands. So it's like an elastic band that is already closed in circle. If you don't have one of those, just a normal resistance band is fine. You're just going to have to tie a knot in it to utilize it. You're going to want one of these as well anyway, because we're going to use it for our Paloff presses. And then also a mat and a wall as well, so that we can put our bodies up against that for our thoracic mobility part of this session. So how we're going to start, just to mobilize the spine a little bit, starting with our feet in a parallel position. You're going to rotate through the tops of your legs, lifting up through your belly button. Shoulders are coming back. Lifting up your body as tall as you can, chin to chest, and slowly rolling down towards the floor. And then slowly coming back up. Resetting, rotating through the legs, lifting up through the belly button, chin to chest, slowly rolling down, and slowly coming back up. And last one, lifting up as tall as we can, belly button lifting up, chin to chest, slowly rolling down, and slowly coming back up. We're going to come down to the ground now, onto our hands and knees. We're going to place our hands directly beneath our shoulders, knees directly beneath our hips, and we're going to arch and round our back to find our neutral spine. So arching into the low back, coming back to neutral, rounding through the back, back to neutral. We'll do this 5 times. Arching through the low back and rounding, arching, rounding, arching, rounding, and one more. Good. From this position, we're going to go into what's called a bird dog. So your arm and your opposite leg are going to lift up. So we're going to lift our right arm and our left leg, maintaining that neutral spine. So that finding that position right between that arch and that rounding that you had before, extending your left leg to the back and your right leg up to the front without changing your pelvic position, and then coming back in. Again, other side. And we're going to do this at 10 times total, so 5 on each side. So this is 3. Extend 4. Extend 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good. Sitting back onto our knees. Just sitting up, holding this position. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. Just allow yourself to kind of rock within that position. So let your pelvis move around. You're finding the ability for your back to arch and contract, which is also going to be helpful for finding that neutral spine. Just moving around. Keep the body moving, keep the pelvis moving, keep the torso loose. And then we're going to come back into that position. We're going to go through the arching and the rounding again, and then 10 more of the bird dogs that we just did. So again, hands directly beneath the shoulders, knees directly beneath the hips, extending opposite arm to opposite leg. 1, 2, 3. Making sure we're not letting the pelvis drop in the back arch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we'll do that arching and rounding again just to finish this off. Arching the low back, rounding, arching. That's 2. Arch. 3. 4, and 5. Good. Coming up now to a wall. So you're going to want to find a wall that you can press your hips up against. And what we're going to do very gently, so you're going to get your hips as flat against that wall as possible. Squeezing your glutes, you're going to press against, or even if you have a bar or something that you can hold on to, you're going to use that wall and you're going to go up and back. So trying to keep your ribs and your abdominals close to the wall. You're just going to lift up, go back as far as you can, and then come back up. It's a very gentle movement. So we're just working on mobilizing that thoracic spine. So really just from right below the shoulder blades, like a cambrai. Going up and back, and back up. We'll do that 3 more times. Two more. And last one. And coming down to the mat again. So lying onto your back now, you're going to bring your knees up to a 90-degree angle. So we want to have a 90-degree angle at the hips, 90-degree angle at the knees. And what you're going to do is relax your head onto the floor, keeping your low back into the ground. You're going to press your hands against your knees and we're going to hold for 30 seconds. Pressing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Good. From there, placing your hands onto the floor, you're just going to, in a C shape, bring your toes down to the floor without letting your low back leave the ground, and then come back up and we do that 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Place your feet onto the floor, just relax. We're going to hold in this position for 30 seconds, and we're going to do that whole thing one more time. So just allow your eyes to close, relax in this position, take some deep breaths, let your heart rate come down a little bit. All right, we're going back into it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press. Bringing our arms down to the floor and creating that C shape again, feet to the ground, low back stays in the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Slowly rolling over to your side, placing your elbow into the ground, helping yourself come up. We're going to stand up and we're going to tie our TheraBand or our resistance band around our bar to do our Paloff press. So you want it to be at about waist height so that we can pull towards the body and get a good point of resistance. So tie a good little knot in your band here. And then you're going to step away from the bar, and you're going to pull towards your body, and you're going to push straight forward and back in. Straight forward and back in. Try not to let your body rotate back to that position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Changing sides, turning around, doing the other side, pressing forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Have a little rest. Shake it out. We're going to do one more set of this. So as you're doing this, the farther away from that point of resistance you get, so the farther away from the bar you get, now obviously depending on how stable your bar is, you may not be able to pull very far. If so, you can get resistance bands that attach into a door, or you can get something that's going to be a little bit more stable, like a door handle. You tie it around the door handle and make sure the door handle stays closed. But you want to get good resistance pulling away so that you can press out to the front without that pulling you back towards your resistance point. Because what we're trying to do here is counter rotation. So you'll find in dance a lot what happens is we do something and we go with the leg. Like even if you're balancing, you're maybe falling back towards the bar. We want to be able to counter rotate and counter stabilize so that that rotation doesn't pull us back in that direction. Okay, let's do this one more time. Grabbing your band, stepping away, pulling towards your center line. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Changing to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Grab that smaller band, or if you need to, untie your band from the bar and use that. But I'm going to use this one for now. If you need to untie, just go ahead and pause this until you've got it, and then tie it in another knot so we've got a closed circle again. Once you've got that, we're going to stand back in, stepping inside the band with both feet, standing with our feet about shoulder width apart. Use something to stabilize yourself, and then you're going to lift your leg up and hold and back down. Up and hold and back down. We'll do 10 on each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a little rest. So that pause at the top is really important because that's where we're isometrically holding for a second, making sure that we're engaging the hip flexors, controlling the core, not letting our pelvis tilt back, and really holding onto that, utilizing the hip flexor to lift the leg, developing strength in the hip flexor, because the stronger your hip flexors are, the less strain they'll experience when you're dancing, the lighter your leg is going to feel, the easier dancing will be. Okay? Shake your legs a little bit. Let's go one more set. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to just come down to our mat one more time. Just coming down to our mat. We're going to do a little bit of lunge hip mobilization and some core stretches just to finish off. So you're just going to lunge forward. Use the floor if you need to. Use chairs for stability as well if you need to. But you're just going to stretch the back leg 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming down to the mat, lying on your stomach, your hands are going to go directly beneath your shoulders. You're just going to gently arch up, stretching through your abdominals, and then come back down. We'll do this 2 more times. Gently arching up, only going to that point that you can maintain and not strain. Last one. And then just pushing back into a child's pose. Relaxing here for a second. We'll finish off by sitting with our legs crossed, hands on our knees, and we're going to do 6 deep breaths, 5 counts in, 5 counts out. Closing your eyes, just relaxing here, thinking about the work that you've just done. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly opening your eyes, feeling awesome about the strength that you've just developed. Good work. See you in the next one.